Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, your host with the most, the Gaming Skellington. And welcome back to a long, not really awaited, but I've been kind of hiatus for a while. But welcome back to Let's Talk, the only podcast show that is done live, but also pre-recorded for social media purposes. Gonna try to spread this out to more than just things like YouTube. I want to spread it out to platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the big major names. I'm gonna do a quick audio check to make sure everything's peachy. I don't know how delayed this thing is. Oh, I guess only by a few seconds. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna keep playing. I guess I'm gonna check my actual phone since I don't want to get the audio picked up. Background. Give me a second. I like to do audio checks. The stream is going well. The volume. Oh. Hold on. J-Lab was trying to pick up. What the hell? Alright, J-Lab was trying to pick up my phone. Alright, so audio sounds pretty good. Of course, you can hear everything in the background. So yeah, audio is pretty alright. Alright, we're good. Two notifications waiting for you. I'm making reels on Instagram, so kind of just broadening the horizons, Anyway, let's get down to basics. I'm gonna do what I usually do and make myself a nice little bowl. In my chats. This is strange. Okay, I can pop it out. That's nice. That's cool. It's good to know. So if I'm doing something, I'll be able to see who the hell's writing. Anyway, we're not gonna have any high expectations right now. So, we're just gonna go ahead and. As they say in the theater, the show must go on. That's exactly what we're all about. So without further ado, let's dive on in. First rule of subject. Fucking stupid people, man. So, I know I'm not alone on this topic, and I'm sorry if anything I say in my podcast Twitch feels offended by, but, you know, this is my show. You show up, you show up, you don't, you don't. You know, it is what it is. I haven't really built a community yet, so I can't really foster anybody else's opinions on how things are gonna work in this world. So, we're just gonna move forward. Stupid people. Why do they exist? And why are there so many of them on this planet? Social media itself has destroyed what has made a human being a human being. Any motherfucker with a fucking iPhone, Android, whatever, just thinks what the fuck is that guy talking about? Anyway, I got sidetracked. Yeah, social media is destroying basically the idea of what a person is. we're gonna get into that later because it's like the last topic that we're discussing, which I call social media scandals. Because if you really think about it, this whole fucking social media thing is a scandal. Everything just has a fucking paywall behind it or some other dumb shit. I just, to this day, I cannot fathom just the sheer stupidity that just comes out of your everyday man. It sickens me. To see the kind of behaviors I see out of people. So I'm a single dad. I do not have a lot going on in my life other than raising my child. So I keep that perspective in mind. A few months back, even though I basically promised myself I wouldn't do it again, I fell head over heels for somebody. And now me and that person don't even talk anymore, and they blocked me, so at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter anymore. And that's exactly the sheer stupidity that has been driven into people. When a person can go from being sweet to you and ready to change, ready to turn their life around for you, only for them to basically turn your words around on you and kick you while you're down. So I've learned that I don't need nobody. Because if I'm just gonna deal with women constantly bringing me down, then there's no need to pursue myself any further in trying to even start a relationship with anybody. Because if she can prove to me that I'm not worth it with all the effort that I've made, then what's to say that I'm worth the effort that I've made, that I'll make to anyone else? There's nothing wrong with wanting something, but when you deliberately can't have it, it'll eat your soul. It'll devour it until there's nothing left to devour. Which leads me to my next topic, women in 2026. Oh shit. Here we go again. So, women. only got 2 words for you. Fuck you. And I don't give a fuck what you gotta say about what I have to say about that, because and you can sit there and go, oh, well, you have a daughter, and if you can't respect women, then you don't respect your own child. Not true. I respect the hell out of my daughter. I respect the hell out of the women in my family. Why? Because they are real women. They have real morals and purposes, and they have understanding of how life should be. All these other fucking bitches out here, they ain't nothing, man. Just a bunch of puppets. The social media's little game. Oh, here we go. Here's an interesting topic. Back to stupid people. Why are we building artificial intelligence that are faster than people like Usain Bolt? That is not a good idea. That is not a good thing to do, people. Are you not aware that the more intelligent artificial intelligence becomes, the more self-aware that they'll become, that they are being abused by a human race? And guess what? It's only a matter of time before we get Terminator Judgment Day. Alright? That's all I gotta say. Use your fucking brains. We've literally made movies about this crap, and it's happening in real life. And what are they doing with these robots? It's not like they're, testing them for actual purposes. No, I've seen the videos. They're abusing them. Doing things like pushing them over, mistreating them. Those people that jumped out of the freaking Tesla and beat the crap out of the Amazon robot right in front of a Tesla, might I add you. It's only a matter of time before the movie Maximum Overdrive becomes a real thing. Stupid people. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. We live in a planet of fucking morons. What is to become of this world? I will never, ever understand it. And I've heard all the theories about being in an alternate reality and all this stuff, because I honestly believe it, because I specifically remember a time, even when I was in my 20s, where life was just different. People were not like, you had your assholes, but it wasn't every single person that you came into contact with. It was only your select few. Now it's like everybody's got a fucking chip on their shoulder. Everyone's got their head up their ass. And the fucking cell phones. God, good Lord, please. This whole distracted driving thing has already become such a big issue, especially considering the fact that it's mainly been one of the number one causes of traffic incidents since, I want to say, 2017. Put it down. That text message that is not that important. That Snapchat is not that important. That picture your friend sent you is not that important. Put the damn phone down. Focus on the road. Stop killing each other out there. I've seen more reckless driving videos than anything in the world in this day and age. These dash cam videos, that's one thing I will say about this world. Thank God for things like dash cams, because the way people drive is insane. I'm out on that road every day, and I'm gonna tell you something. Fort Myers used to never be such a widely known city. Nobody knew about us. They've only known about things like Miami and Orlando, Jacksonville, the big ones. Daytona, the big ones. Nobody knew about Fort Myers. And now all of a sudden, you're all fucking here. Why? Because we're on the Southwest. We've got the beaches, just like the East Coast. The only difference is we're on the Gulf of America, where the East Coast is on the Atlantic. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? So, I think we've talked enough about stupid people. I mean, we could go on and on about just how much idiocracy is in this fucking world nowadays, and it's just astonishing. And yes, this is not broadcasted radio that's on your actual radio. This is Twitch. So, this is adult-based content. This is not intended for children. This is not intended for anyone under the age of 18 or 21. So, if you have a problem with me using the F word on numerous occasions, you can kiss my ass. And there's the home button right up there. I will not be intimidated by trolls. I will not be intimidated by AI bots trying to sell me their art. Fuck you and your NFTs, and you're part of this stupid people world. Time in and time again is what separates us from the true man. You've got your millions of consistent following idiots, and then you've got people like me who actually have a brain and know what the fuck needs to go on in this world. Going back to women in 2026, can we stop with this consistent thirst for lust? Why is it that I've got over 25 to 30 fake women asking me to go talk to them on Telegram? First of all, who the fuck uses Telegram? Who the fuck uses Signal? I've heard of companies using WhatsApp for group talk. Why the fuck am I buying a complete stranger a gift card? Why are you calling me things like babe and sexy and honey when we've never even met? Where are y'all getting these pictures from? That's what I want to know. Where do the pictures come from? And then if there's not those fake women, then you have the actual verified pages on things like Facebook. Well, first of all, let me state something that's been grinding my gears for the last few months, and I don't give a fuck if you make thousands of dollars a month. I don't fucking care. You see what I do. Yeah, I make content. I go on Instagram and make stupid Duke Nukem voiceover videos. I come on Twitch and make a podcast about God knows what, but I'm not making any money off of this. And I don't care that I'm not making any money off of this, because this isn't work. If I wanted to be a radio DJ, then I would have gone to school for DJing, and I would have went to go work for one of these local radio stations that are out here in Southwest Florida. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm using a free service to basically host my talk radio show with no profits in hand. If I had profits, there'd probably be a lot more to this radio show than there is now. But I'm not looking for the profits. I don't understand why we live in a world where people can get all these views by other people, and then all of a sudden a person comments on their page and they've got, what is it, like a few bucks a comment? I saw this one chick, she was bragging so hard about, oh, I made $100,000 in just 1 month. Like, who fucking cares? You know, I respect you content creators for getting as far as you do. I really do. But at the end of the day, there's nothing special about you. You went on your computer, like I'm doing now, and started talking, like I'm doing now. Thousands of people tuned in to watch you talk, and they're going back to stupid people. Their dumb little brains said, oh, this person's talking, they deserve money. Why? I had the same feeling about celebrities. What is so special about them? Why do they need to receive an award for doing a task? Oh, you acted? There's people who aren't even famous actors who perform better than actual celebrities. And now all of a sudden, people that make YouTube videos and little TikTok shorts are now all of a sudden as famous as Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't buy it. I don't fucking buy it. It just proves my point that any Joe Schmo can sit there and put on a performance and not have to earn an Emmy for it. It's all a scam, bro. There is nothing special about celebrities. Yeah, I watch TV. Yeah, I watch YouTubers. Yeah, it's entertainment to me, but I'm not one of those people that are just go, oh man, your performance was just so amazing that I need to just throw my money at you. No. I barely go to the movie theater. I don't rent movies anymore. For what? You know, a long time ago, man decided that we needed to have a certain type of currency to exchange for goods. When in reality, why are we paying so much money for the simple things like bread, eggs, milk, necessities we need for our body to survive? Why are we paying so much money for them? I'll tell you why. Stupid people. I'm not just talking about the celebrities and the influencers. Even in our Congress, government, states, all of it, school boards, there's idiots. And they'll sit there and say, I'm smart, I have a piece of paper. Bullshit. Bullshit. A piece of paper does not determine how smart you are. Someone doesn't tell you how your life should be because of the way you speak. Agents pointless, record labels pointless, auditions pointless. It's all fucking pointless. Having a job is pointless. But I'd rather work than sit on my ass all day and do a bunch of dumbass dances for $100,000. I already make myself look like an idiot when I do my little shorts on Instagram, but I'm not getting paid for it, and I don't care. I do this podcast because I believe that voices should be heard. Not to give someone money for having a voice, but just a voice should be heard. Other YouTubers have it, other streamers have it. All I want to see is just a voice be heard. This whole super chatting, all that stuff, it's just... all you're doing is being greedy, and you can sit there and deny it all day that you're not doing this, you're not doing that. I don't need your money, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You allow it. Now I go back to this guy, because this is exactly the kind of streamer that I am. He's doing some woodwork. He was live streaming, he was doing some woodwork. And someone donated money to him for his stream. And he said, you don't have to do that. This is free. Can I give the money back? And he's like, look, this is a free site. You shouldn't have to pay to watch me do my woodwork. And he's right. He's absolutely fucking right. We should not have to pay you to have a voice. Your voice will be heard, but it doesn't need money. I get so sick and tired of going on Facebook and seeing all these fucking different verified profiles, and all it is them talking shit, and they make money for that. They make money for going on their computers and being little fucking cunt waffle bitches, talking so much smack. If I did that shit, someone would report my post and I'd be banned from Facebook for 30 days. They do it, they get $100 in their fucking bank account. Stupid people. Only stupid support stupid. That's why stupid people are famous. Because stupid people allowed stupid people to be famous. Look at Taylor Swift. Look at all her fans, the little Swifties. Stupid people allow stupid people to be famous. Another good example, that Danielle chick on the Dr. Phil show, Bad Bobby or whatever the fuck you want to call her. She went on that show because she was a bitch to her mom and her grandma and everybody. And all because she said some dumbass line trying to start a fight with an audience member. Oh man, this bitch needs money. She's awesome. Give that bitch a rap record label. And now guess what? She's got fucking cancer. Look, I'm not saying don't follow your dreams. There's nothing wrong with that. For the longest time, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to get up on stage and perform, but I didn't want to do it for the money. I wanted to do it for the music. For the fans. I didn't care about merchandise and selling out a crowd. Kurt Cobain said it best. It's better to do something that you're passionate about than to pursue your dreams and sell out to it. Kurt Cobain did not kill himself. Kurt Cobain wanted out of the music industry, and they didn't want that. So they executed him and made it look like a suicide. That's exactly the kind of mindset that I have when it comes to stuff like this. When it comes to things like social media and content creation. You don't need money to have an opinion. You just need a crowd that will hear you. And that's what it is. And that's why they make the money. Because there is a crowd that will hear them. And because they're so selfish, just like the person that they adore. They become stupid. You know, there's this one streamer, YouTuber, whatever the fuck you want to call him, Ricky Berwick. Motherfucker got famous just for being a cripple. Got 1 million subscribers for being a paraplegic. Because he did not feel ashamed of being a paraplegic. He wanted to show people that he could still live a normal life even as a cripple. And now what is he doing? Now that he's famous, now he's sitting there doing dumbass vertical live streams, yelling at people, collecting their money as they're sitting there talking shit about him. Stupid people. Alright, I think we've talked enough about women in 2026 and stupid people. We need to move on. So, cyber leaks. I'm sure you all already know, you've all saw the post and everything, but yeah, he's been basically releasing the build for GTA 6, putting out leaks online of him playing the build of the game. Now to be told that they got him, but now there's more leakers out there that have a build of the game, so it's just this long fiasco. There might be another fucking delay. Who the fuck knows? I don't know what the future for Grand Theft Auto 6 is. And you know what? At this point, I really don't care. The hype has been going on for too long. It's been 13, 14 fucking years. The game came out, GTA 5 came out in 2013. It is now 2026. Still no GTA 6. We've got a rehash of GTA 5 like 10,000 fucking times on the PS4 and the PS5. It's getting fucking atrocious. And you know what? Honestly, I've lost all hope for gaming altogether, and that's the only reason that I use a PC is because it gives me a chance. I don't give a fuck if you call it pirating or not. It gives me a chance to relive the games of my youth and play games that I never had a chance to play in my youth, and be able to replay them and see what I have been missing out on or what I haven't been missing out on. A lot of people on YouTube do it. It's just, you know, I'd rather go back and play a game on the Xbox 360 or the PS2 or the Nintendo Wii or the Super Nintendo rather than play a game that's today, because yes, there's been some banger titles every now and then, but it's just the same over and over and over again. Nothing's original. Everything's a cash grab. Everything is fucking has to have somebody's stupid ass name on it. Remakes, rehashes, more sequels nobody asked for. Like it's getting atrocious, man. You know, let's go back to the PS2 and Xbox 360 glory days, when we had games that they were so underrated and nobody really ever knew about them or talked about them, and they were such fucking bangers. That's what we need to go back to, and that's the generation that will always peak. Between 2005 to 2011, gaming was at its all-time high. Studios knew that. Game developers knew that. They knew what we wanted back then. Now, game designers, game devs don't give a fuck about what we want. They're just gonna throw at us whatever the fuck we think we want. Like I said, not saying there weren't some good titles that came out in the last couple of years, but I'm still always going to go back to the PS2 and the Xbox 360 generation, just for the simple fact that they had really good titles, and there were a lot of them. Nowadays, you don't really have much of a choice. You either have an original title or a remaster of a game you played 10 years ago. And everyone talks about graphics this, graphics that. Let me explain something to you. When the Xbox 360 game came out, I really think that's when graphics peaked in gaming. Yeah, it's not close to what the bullshit that we had today with the ultra realism and everything, but the Xbox 360 and PS3 era definitely peaked in the graphics department, and I really think that they set the market on what graphics were going to be in the future on going forward, and I think that's where the graphics peaked, because now they're just trying too hard to make graphics look good, and at the time the game is buggy and broken. Back in the day, you got the game at its full potential, no bugs, no broken physical disc. And they didn't start doing game updates until later on in the years anyway, so you didn't have that for the longest time. The game was right there, right in front of your fucking face. No DLC. Right there. Pop it in. Play the motherfucker. That's it. And now everyone's talking about going digital only with everything. Pretty soon, nobody's gonna have a TV in their house. Everyone's gonna have to wear a pair of special glasses just for them all to see the same television. I'm not one to bicker and bitch about technology because I've been a technology nerd for a long time. But I will say this. Fuck today's technology. AI has its ups, but it also has its downs. Going back to what we were talking about earlier, we're going to go ahead and head into our last topic of discussion because we're almost reaching an hour now. And I don't want to go anywhere over that. So, social media scandals. Yeah, how the fuck can I put it this way? Everything has a fucking paywall nowadays. I made a Tinder profile just for shits and giggles, just to see like what I could get out of it. And these assholes want me to pay monthly just to match with somebody and talk to them? You're out of your fucking skull. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not paying for love. If I want to meet with somebody, I'd rather just meet him in person and see if we're compatible just by the way our conversations go, not by how money works it out. You don't know who my soulmate is, AI. You don't know a person just by having their data and information. That's not how it works, because you know what? That information will always change. I got this app from my daughter's school, and to get like all photos, all exclusive, whatever for their school, you have to pay $10 a month just to get exclusive things from their school. Social media is such a scandal. Nobody has privacy anymore. Nobody. They'll put your fucking car on social media. Now that everyone carries a stupid device, everyone's just taking pictures of you without your consent. And then every time you try to just have a discussion about this such thing, they're not allowed to have an opinion. Oh, we're not here to discuss that. Then why the fuck did you bring it up then? If you're not here to discuss it, why bring it up in the first place? Don't even bring up the word to me, because that word's automatically gonna piss me off, because I already fucking hate social media and what it's become. Become a rat maze for fucking a bunch of irritable faced fucking retards that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You know, I used to love what the world had to offer when I was younger. I used to look so forward to it. I was always ready to start the day, ready to face new challenges. Now, I dread every moment that I wake up. And I know that sounds depressing, especially considering the fact that I'm a parent and I have a child that I have to worry about. You know, you can only explain so much. She's young, so she's not going to understand. We all learn lessons in life. Not all of us have kids with the right woman. And another thing as far as social media is considering the fact that sex is such a big deal right now, especially in social media, since every fucking female on Instagram wants to just sit on your fucking dick. You got about 1,200 guys falling for that bullshit. Half of them are artificial intelligence. But now they got, it was one thing when, and I'm not condoning this to anybody, but it was one thing when a man would go out on the street and find a woman to pick up, pay them to have sex for that night, and then drop them off. Now, there's an app for that. Might as well just call the app Hose. Because literally, I've looked into them, and they're not free. They charge you out the ass. First of all, you get to talking to somebody, and I don't even think half of them are even real. And they're like, "Oh, look at my picture," and you gotta pay to look at their picture. And then you get lucky if you meet up with this person. And if you do, you're already having to pay more money. And on top of that, once again, not condoning in this, but there's live streams, just like Twitch, where women will go get on there butt-ass naked. Well, sometimes not even butt-ass naked. Sometimes they'll just be like half naked, like rubbing themselves, waiting for tips to come in. They're waiting for these desperate, lonely men to get on here. And you know what? I'm going to say something right now. And I am not going to deny it. I am definitely a huge fighter of lust right now. And it's not... And I don't pay for nothing. I just look at porn. That's about it. I don't pay for sex or anything like that. I ain't that fucking desperate. But these desperate men go on here, they tip these women, talk about what they do to them and all this stuff. They don't get anything out of it. All they get is a video show, which they could easily look up anywhere else. And it's like OnlyFans. I don't get the concept of that shit. Half the time you're not even getting a naked woman. Half the time they're just like in a bikini or whatever, or just in a very revealing outfit. So you're literally paying for supermodels, like it's all a scam. It's all a fucking scandal. Social media is the biggest fucking scam in like the entire century. Ever since it began, it started off simple. It was just a way to contact your friends and family if you didn't have their phone number. Now, it's a multi-platform that's as big as YouTube and TikTok. The fact that you can get paid off of a platform like Facebook makes me disgusted by this world that we live in. It really does. Paid from TikTok, paid from Instagram, paid from YouTube, paid from Facebook, all these different social media platforms. You get enough followers, these motherfuckers will just throw money at you. It's disgusting. It really is. This is not what content creation is supposed to be. It's one thing if you get, if you get noticed by like a multi-billion-dollar company, like, Markiplier did when he got a chance to make his movie. That's one thing. But to just do nothing and make money off of it, go fuck yourself. That's all I gotta say, dude. Like... gonna tell you right now, if I upload this podcast to all these platforms and I get 1 million views, and these motherfuckers want to pay me, maybe I'll change my mind, maybe not. But I will say one thing. It will not be a full-time job. I do not believe that this is a source of income. You can make it a source of income, but I don't believe, I was raised old-fashioned, so in my opinion, I believe that hard work comes from you. From pushing yourself, from actually doing something. Just like office jobs, that's not work. You're sitting at a computer all day in a cubicle typing numbers. You're not doing anything. And I'm a tech guy. Shout out to all my blue collar workers out there. You're the real workers. The men that work the power lines, the men that keep the roofs over your fucking houses. The police, the firemen. That's real work. Because that actually takes effort and skill and training. The military, that's real work. What I'm doing, this is not a job. If I wanted to talk on the radio, I'd be a DJ by now. Say what you want. Streamers, say what you want. YouTubers, say what you want. What you do is not real work. And I'm not talking about the YouTubers that actually put production in their work, like Curry Baker and those guys that actually like put together a script and like film everything, you know what I mean, like set it up. That you can get production value out of that. Sitting there talking to your phone, complaining about God knows what, that's not work. Going on Facebook and tapping your problems away, that's not work. That's petty money. You're a petty motherfucker. Asking for petty money. Ricky Berwick, that's petty money. All them bitches on Instagram and Facebook that are verified, that are making money off of comments and posts, that's petty money. You know what you are? You're a social media whore. This has been the Gaming Skellington. Thank you so much for listening to the Let's Talk podcast. Until next time, blow it out your ass.